This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
Some good news for the UK football team during its bye week. Sophomore tight end CJ Conrad was named to the John Mackey Award midseason watch list. Conrad has 12 catches on the season for 169 yards and 3 touchdowns. He is one of 30 players on the list. The semifinalists will be announced on November 14th, with the winner being announced on December 7th. With district play comes some great matchups, and one we have this week is the Larky Bowl. North Laurel and Perry County Central face off this Friday night as father and son battle it out on the field. This is a game that fans may look forward to, but Jaguars head coach Chris Larky, as well as Commodore head coach Tom Larky, and the whole family have a different take on this game.
It's not an eventful thing for us. It's not a good game for us. My mom hates it. We don't take pleasure in winning the game. Whoever wins, we don't take pleasure in it. You know, it'll be probably the worst win I have, or it'll be the worst win that he has. But somebody has to win it, and hopefully, I hope it's us.
Time now to name our Week 7 Player of the Week. Jordan Hampton of Shelby Valley stepped up on both sides of the ball last week. Offensively, he rushed for 222 yards and 4 touchdowns, and defensively recorded 10 tackles and 1 interception in helping lead the Wildcats to a district win over East Ridge. Hampton currently ranks second in all of Class A in rushing yards per game. The Mid-South Conference released its preseason men's and women's basketball polls. The U-Pike men picked 4th in the Mid-South Conference, their lowest preseason ranking since being picked 4th back in 2010. The Bears have been either first or second in each of the last 5 years. U-Pike returns just 22% of its scoring from last season. Here is what the full poll looks like. Last year's national runner-up Georgetown picked 1st, Campbellsville 2nd, Lindsey Wilson 3rd, U-Pike 4th. Cumberland's 1 point behind the Bears in 5th. Life is 6th with Cumberland and Shawnee State 7th and 8th respectively. On the women's side of things, U-Pike also picked 4th in the preseason poll. The Bears coming off their first ever trip to the Fab Four, but welcome in new head coach Brandon Bias after Joanna McNamee accepted the head coaching position at Albany. U-Pike graduated just 1 player off last year's team. Here is the Mid-South Conference preseason women's poll. Lindsey Wilson 1st, Campbellsville 2nd, Shawnee State 3rd. There you see U-Pike 4, Cumberland 5, Cumberland's 6, Georgetown 7, and Life 8. Several Louisville Cardinals talked with the media Tuesday at the team's annual media day, including head coach Rick Pitino. The Cards graduated just 2 players from last year's team, but will need several players to help replace the production of Damian Lee and Trey Lewis. Pitino says if there is one weakness for this team, it is inexperience.
I just think there's a lot of strengths to this ball club. One of the weaknesses, they're inexperienced in a lot of areas. You have many players who had a role to play last year, trying to fit in as young players, and now they have to be in a starring role. So rather than try to teach that and then hopefully be ready sometime around Christmas, we want to be ready.
That is sports. We'll be right back.